Are you wondering how you can add beautiful feels and licks to your favorite songs? How you can go from just playing simple chords to something that feels full and professional? In this video, I'll share with you how you can start adding beautiful lines in the song you play. By the end of this lesson, you'll know exactly where and how to add these beautiful ideas. Also, if you'd like to have the PDF version of this video, you can get it for free in the description below. For this lesson, I'll be using the chords from the song Love Song by The Cure to share these ideas. We're going to be using the chords A minor, A, C, and E, G major, G, B, and D, F major, F, A, and C, and E minor, E, G, and B, like this. But if you want to follow along with what I'm going to show you, I'm going to be using different chord inversion, and these are the chords I'll be using. So for A minor, I'm going to go with the first inversion, so it's C, E, and A. For G major, I'll go with B, D, and G. F major, so it's A, C, and F. And for the E minor, we're going to go with B, E, and G, like this. On the left hand, this is not the focus for today, so you can simply keep just a root note on the bottom or the classic power chord shell here with 1 and 5, like this. So one of the main reasons we love adding a feel to a song is to approach an upcoming new chord. So you can keep a simple pattern in the beginning, and at the end of the bar, for example, we can add a feels to create a movement that something new is coming. So let me show you how it sounds like first. Alright, so let's break down what I just did. So I basically used 3 different options that you can have to create this movement. The first option is using just a broken chord using the notes you already have in the chord. So let's go back to our A minor right here. So this is our chord inversion. And what I did at the end of the bar, instead of playing a quarter note again, I played an 8 notes, breaking the chord in 2 with the bottom and the top of the chord and the note in the middle. It's just a simple movement you can add easily just right before you're moving to the new chord. So on the chord progression we have here, it goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're free to move wherever we want. So G. Same thing here, those 2 notes in the middle, moving to F, and going to E minor. So playing this at the end of the bar is just helping us know that something is actually coming. We're moving to the next chord and there's something new in what we're going to be playing. The second option you have is using chord inversion. I love chord inversion because this is such a simple concept. Going back to A minor, we can go like chord inversion, back and moving here. So instead of keeping 4 quarter notes before moving to G, we're actually going 1, 2, movement here and there, movement here, F, E minor, like this. So it's just really interesting, just one thing you can add right before changing your chords. The next idea is more of a melodic thing using the second note of the scale and the chord we're in. And it creates something very beautiful, opening to an upcoming changes in the chord. So for example here, we're starting on A minor. So we want to focus on B, which is the second note of the chord of A minor, and go with this idea of the second, the 3, the 5, and back to the one we're on, creating this beautiful melody that is moving to the next chord. All right, so if I go with this beautiful voice leading when we're playing, and it's really interesting to add right here. Here for G, same thing, we can go with the 2nd, the 3, the 5, and the root of the chord we're on. So like this, F. So the 2nd note of F is G. And now we're moving to E minor on the top right here. And for E minor, since the 2nd note of E is not that interesting for the key we're in, I want to show you that you can also do that on the 7th note. So instead of starting on the 2nd note of the chord, you could also create the same idea, but on the 7th note of E minor. So on E minor, the 7 would be D right here. And we could do 7, 1, 3, 5 of E minor here. And it goes beautifully back to A minor. All right, so very cool idea here, just a melodic feel. Those are 3 options you can use before moving to the next chord. You don't have to play them every single time you have a new chord, but if you start mixing them and creating your own thing, you're gonna have new ideas that you can use once in a while in a song. And by the way, if this is something you want to get better at, you will love the Online Rock Lessons Academy. This is where I walk you through a simple step-by-step roadmap so you can play full pop and rock songs at the piano using these ideas. You can get the link in the description below. Now, another great place to add a fill or a lick is between the vocal lines. We don't want to step on the melody, but we can add some simple fills in between of the vocals. Let me show you an example using the verse of Love Song to show you where you can actually add a lick. So as you can see in my example here, I'm only playing this beautiful lick at the end of the 4 bars where I have space from the vocal, where the vocal is not playing anything. So just like that, you can add some simple fills during the vocals, and when there's a break, you can add a beautiful lick just like this. So I just want to share with you 3 licks ideas I can use in this specific place just to add something at the end of the vocals. The first one I want to show you is using a mix of 6th and 5th, creating a beautiful line going down on the piano. So the lick would go like this. So we would have So just like this, what's going on is that I'm starting with a 6th, then a 6th again, going to a 5th, and the note in the middle right here from the chords basically. Those are all notes coming from the chords you're playing. It's a beautiful lick to use. Let's do the same thing on G right here. So a 6th, interval of 6th note, again, then the 5th and the note in the middle, and on F, 6th, 6th, 5th, middle. And for the last one, it's a bit different because we have a different chord here, but we're gonna start with the 5th and then 6th, 6th, and notes in the middle. So you have 2 options. You can either start with the 6th or start with the 5th and move like this. It's all based on the chord inversion that we have. I'm just taking out the note in the middle, creating this beautiful interval right here. So that's the first one that you can use at the end of the vocal here. The second one is using a beautiful arpeggio with an octave on top. So let me show you on the chord progression how it sounds like. So this one is using the notes of the chord again, but we're adding an octave of the note we have on the bottom right here. So on A minor, We have a C currently because we have the chord inversion, so we want to add C on top and then fill in the middle with the notes from A minor, like this. Like that. On G, the chord with B and B on top. Now on F, we have an A on the bottom, so A on top. And on E minor, it's a B, so we want a B on top, like this. A very cool lick you can do right here, or you can even play an octave higher if you want to have more impact. The last one is a beautiful lick starting on the fourth of each of these chords. So on A minor, we want to go with D, E, and A. So 4, 5, 1, 4, 5, 1, just an octave higher, like this. So it's like 1, 2, like that. On G, the 4 is going to be C, D, and G. So like this, octave higher. Always great. For the 4 here on F, we're actually going to go with B, C, and F. So like this. And then on E minor, we move with A, B, E, like this. And you can even do that higher, just like I did here. All right, so one more time we have. Something like this. And back here. Thank you so much for watching, and if you've learned anything valuable, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. For those who want to go deeper with their playing, I will see you inside the academy. See you there.